Okay, here we are, deep in the heart of Cannock Chase, at a very little known location. There's a secret cave where there's some interesting carvings and some artifacts, the nature of which I'm unsure of, but I'm going to have a look at them again. Full disclosure, I was here a few weeks ago, but due to the fact that I only had a high-powered LED lamp, it was too bright to record the details in any of the carvings. So here I am, back again with China's finest camping lantern, courtesy of Amazon. Let's see if this little exploration is more fruitful. So this is the entrance. You'll have to excuse the shakiness because I'm trying to hold the camera with one hand, clamber into the cave and do the lighting. Could do with two people really, but that would mean disclosing the location. In respect to the person who disclosed it to me, I'm going to keep the location secret because the last thing we want is urban youths taking drugs, urinating and defecating and spraying urban art all over the place. Anyway, let's go. Right, let's see what we can see. Here's the entrance. So far, China's finest is holding out rather well. That's a surprise. Right, we're in the cave. Right, as you can see, this lighting's certainly better. Not professional quality, but what do you expect for £17.99? Hey? There's obviously activity going on here. There's some firewood. These bricks, they're very, very heavy. They look like they're made of solid clay. They're not like modern bricks, no aeration or insulating properties. But on the approach to this place, there are some ruins. I don't know what was here before, but there is several walls that I saw, and they're made of the same brick. So I don't know what this cave's doing here, when it was created, but those bricks are certainly from those ruins because they're just outside. Now, this carving. My first initial thoughts were it was Celtic, but in reality I don't think this cave is that old. Because I got the feeling this place is in the grounds of a former mansion or a former large house, and this is in the gardens. But having looked at these carvings at home, it's very organic. And if I was to have a little pick, just looking at the top here, finger going in there, let's do it. Look at the top, the swells. That's very organic. That is very much, I think, of the Art Nouveau period, where flowers, nature was very much in vogue. If anybody knows different or anybody got any thoughts on it, just pass the comments. I'm no expert. I'm just a bit of an explorer. And as I say, this cave did pique my interest when I was told of it. Okay, let's go round. There's obviously people. Pity about the oil drum, isn't it, really? It rather spoils the ambience, but never mind. Same with the tarpaulin at the back. And looks like somebody's sleeping here. Little alcoves carved out. Now at the back here, last time I was here, there was some candle holders. They're there, and there's also some glasses. Still got the barcodes on, so we're definitely into the 21st century there. Now we have a pentagram in the corner. And no glue or nails. Full natural bonding and binding, should I say. Yeah, excellent. Now, the carvings. Inset into the walls are two carvings. One of her female, and yes, I'm proud to say female and not non-binary, transgender, fluid gender, LBGQT, whatever. Now looking at the ears are very elfin, almost like a creature of the forest. And if you look at the actual style of the carving, now we can actually see it now. We couldn't see it before with the high-powered light. Yeah. Her arms are outstretched and they culminate where this candle holder is. On the right hand side is a carving of a male. You can just about see it. And his arms are also extended to the same holder. I'm going to drop this lighting down one notch, see if it improves any. Right, here we go. No. But there's a man there. In fact, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Same kind of ears, like elves. So it's like creatures of the forest. So which is reiterating my initial thoughts that it may well be the carvings and the existence of this is now Art Nouveau. So that would be early 1900s. So it's more prominent on the female, definitely. She's proper pixie looking, isn't she? Look at those ears. Yeah. And let's try the man. Man's not so clearly defined, but nevertheless he is there, look. And as I say, both of them are actually holding this candle holder here. Yeah, excellent. Now, looking at the floor, there's nothing here of any interest really. I'm going to go up a notch again. I'll have to go through the cycle. There we are again. We're back on again. As I say, this is primarily for my own use, so there's going to be no editing. There's not going to be any takes, titling. It is what it is. In other words, as we say around here, take it or leave it. Because I don't care. Yeah, interesting little cave. And looking back, there's the entrance from the other side. It's well hidden, and it's certainly a place that if the location is not shared with you, you'd have to be very lucky to stumble upon this. It makes me wonder how anybody knew it was here in the first place, unless this has been handed down, and I'm lucky enough to have learned it off somebody who learned it off somebody who learned it off somebody who knew where it was originally. But I digress. There we are. So, this carving, I'm going to plumb for Art Nouveau. It's very organic. And I think the top, it looks like it might be a snake. Or maybe just there's a seed landed on there to look like an eye. But it's very flowery, very floral. So I'm going to stick with Art Nouveau. And that's about the best you're going to get at that, isn't it? Okay. So, interesting little cave, deep in the heart of Cannock Chase. And I believe it's only like this because people don't know where it is. As I said, unfortunately, any other caves that I've been to where the general public's been eating, all you can smell is urine and bloody feces. Because I don't know why people feel they have to do that sort of thing in a cave. And you get carvings and you get paintings that are just totally out of character. So please don't ask for the location because I have promised not to reveal it. And I'd hope that in years to come, people still come here and it'll still be the same. I'm just trying to get that. Yeah, that's better with the man. I'm assuming a man. I can't see a oh, there is a penis. Ready for this? I was going to say I can't see a penis, but he has got one, and he's rather well endowed. Makes me feel inadequate being in here. Good grief. Okay, I'm not lingering there because I have that sort of intentions, but just letting you see the size of the bloody thing. Yeah, that's it. So, there's no doubting about his sex either. He was born a male. This one here was a female. Okay. Oh, there is one little thing as well. On the floor, there is a carving. And it looks very much like the Knights Templar. Which would mean this cave is older than I think it is. Or this has been done at a later date. I just don't know. I haven't got the skills or the knowledge to deduce which it is. Because that certainly looks like Knights Templar. For those who don't know about Knights Templar, I suggest you gear up on history, and especially British history, which we should all be immensely proud of. Great Britain is a gift for the world. Stand up and be proud. Not that the Knights Templar was a British organisation, but they did exist in Great Britain. Okay, I think that is it. Oh, now there's a little. That's interesting, isn't it? Pine cones. I'd like to know what goes on in here. And again, more candles. Is that seashells? Let's have a look. That's an old candle.